Hey guys, welcome back. This is Heather Hope with Conscious Creating with Heather Hope. So, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I am a manifestation coach. Excuse me. I still have that raspy voice from my little head cold that I've had. I'm a manifestation coach who teaches how to manifest your dream life. I wrote a post recently about niching. That's not what I'm going to talk about today, but excuse me. So I have niched in so many different areas. Of course, previously as a therapist, I did a lot of things, but once I went into coaching, I started off as a depression coach. And because, back then, I was really, just coming out of helping people with depression and all that other stuff, and working through my own at the time. Now it's completely gone. And now I truly understand all of this a lot better than I did even when I was depression coaching. Excuse me. Anyway, so I've done love coaching. I've done life coaching. I've done, I've done a lot more of, business coaching over the years. I've done like solidly a few years of money and business coaching. But anyway, anytime I think about niching, because all the people out there say to niche, I feel very limited. So the other day I was really thinking about this and I'm like, well, because I work with people and we'll be working in an area of focus, and then they'll come up with something else that they need help with because we're so multidimensional and we have so many things going on. We have different, things that we do. We have relationships, we have love, we have kids, we have careers, we have money, we have, we have everything. So I'm like, no, I can't niche. That's ridiculous. So what do I focus on? Your dream life. And that's what we're going to talk about today is, really focusing on your dreams. So my friend that I keep talking about, because it's the one person that I talk to the most, just as much as I talk to my husband. And we both get very excited when we talk about business because that's like both of our minds are so heavily into business. That's just our lives, right? As entrepreneurs, that's basically your life. So, I'm here to help people stay focused on their dreams. That's kind of what I am as a coach, because that's how I feel I am with him, like being friends, being in his life. And like, I feel like one of my roles in being in his life is being an incredibly supportive, not only friend, but coach, and because he welcomes it. But because as an entrepreneur, especially as a solo entrepreneur, there's no one else. He has no one else to really get feedback from. Like, he runs his company completely by himself. And so when I came back in the picture, it's kind of like I do have that supportive role of keeping, kind of helping him stay on track with his dreams, or supporting his dreams, supporting, and so the other night I was thinking, that's the type of, I'm the type of person that I want in my life. So I'm looking for someone to be that role in my life as well. So anyway, but that's how I love working with people, as being like that person that is like, tell me what you want to have in your life, and I will be there 100% to keep your mind on that focus, on that goal. And we were talking about some property today that might be up, and it's exactly what I had envisioned for one of his dreams. Because I know, majority of his dreams, he has a million of them, but I know a lot of them. I try to keep up with all of his dreams. He's a dreamer, and I love that. And I would, and I keep telling him he can have it all. He can have it all. And when you have that person in your on your side that keeps telling you, that truly believes it. I truly believe he can have it all. I truly believe I can have it all. And I truly believe that each one of you can have every single thing that you want. So having that person of like, yes, it's all possible. So he's talking about a piece of property, and that's the exact property that I had pictured for one of his dreams. And then I said, you just pick up the building next door and the parking lot, and then it creates this whole thing, which is the vision that he had told me about a couple months ago. And he goes, that would be an absolute dream come true. And I, sent a message back saying it's all possible. It's that person, because we all have had people in our lives that we can't talk about things like this to just anybody. I know this for a fact. Obviously, living where I do live, I live in a very small town, and a lot of people have lived here majority of their lives. A lot of people, not everyone. So it becomes kind of like a small-minded type of mindset, and people get kind of stuck. If you're not expanding your mind constantly with possibilities and the belief, then you easily just get discouraged. And when you are around those people, say like he is, because I'm not really around people like that. I have acquaintances or friends, but I don't really talk about things like this with them, because I know, I encourage them. So everywhere I go, all the people in my life right now, I am doing that little bit of mindset with them. And, I've made a ton of friends just recently, just by being me and being very supportive and being very optimistic and change, kind of gently massaging people's mindsets into thinking bigger. And, the feedback is amazing. People really gravitate towards that. I'm not preachy. I'm just supportive and encouraging, and, and they can see that. So, having that person in your life, that's a big deal. So, I'm all for coaching, that's for sure. Because if you have that type of person in your back pocket that you can talk to all the time, that will encourage you every single step, that is priceless. So I can't even put a price on that. But anyhow, so this today's video is about, I want you to keep focusing on your dreams. I want you to keep dreaming. Keep dreaming, keep positive, stay positive about all that you want to have. So when you have the thoughts of the dreams that you have, get into the end part of it, right? Step into that dream. Step into it. And, anytime that you think about it, you say, yes, that is happening. You can say it in any way that you want to say it. You can say that is happening. You can say it's done. You can say, you know what, in another parallel reality, that is an absolute truth. That's, if I have, one of my favorite things, oh gosh, I was hanging out with a friend the other night at her house, and she's all into this stuff. She's not super advanced into like Neville stuff, but she'll get there. But she had a vision for her new career, and it's basically kind of the opposite of what she had envisioned. And I know the industry well. It's not an industry I would ever step foot in, because it's a stressful industry. So she was talking about how her vision was like being peaceful and helping people and make it a very easy process and all this stuff. And then I sat there and I just looked at her. I'm like, is that even possible? And that is not something I ever say or ask. And she just looked at me and she's like, well, of course it's possible. If I thought about it or, envisioned it, then it's possible. I'm like, holy crap. She totally called me out on my crap in that moment. Like, that is a rare moment. Like, I'm usually really good about everything is possible, right? It's just my, previous experience with that industry, knowing that it's a stressful industry. So it's kind of one of those, kind of a bias of like, well, is that even possible? She's like, yes, it is. I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, good. I was so happy for her that she called me on that, because I was like, damn, you know this. So you need to go get a notebook out and you need to be hardcore about your mindset, because she's not, and go do all these affirmations and scripting and imagination or all of this stuff. Right. And so I was like telling her, because she hasn't been doing that. And that's why her work is really crazy and frantic. And so I'm like, well, I would be hardcore into that before I do anything. Because I know if I do my mindset work in the morning, then my day will be really good. And if I don't do my mindset, it's kind of, we'll see what happens. But, throughout, I'm still affirming, I'm still thinking positively. My mental diet is, probably about 95% on point, at least, because I've been practicing this for a long, long time, and that I do know, if at all, if I forget, then it's like everything's always working out for me. Just very basic affirmations to allow my day to unfold in a better way than if I just allowed the 3D to take over, right? So I'm very adamant about doing my mindset work and getting into a really, really good place. So then my day will unfold really, really nicely. And, putting myself in the end result, and then using affirmations or thinking from the end, right? And that's where I kind of remind myself, like, especially if I'm driving through town, I'm like, oh yeah, let's put myself back in the 4D, live a little bit less in the 3D, because it's old news, right? And then live from the end as much as possible, thinking, because once I do that, things really start unfolding a lot quicker if I keep living from the end and affirming from the end. And it's just a catch, it's just like I have to catch myself throughout the day to be like, oh yeah, I need to catch myself. Let's get back to the end, because it's just so easy to, I don't want to say that. That's an affirmation right there. What I was about to say, it's just so easy to get caught up in the 3D. Listen, I mean, this is how easy, that's how easy it is. So that is an absolute statement. It's just so easy to get caught up in the 3D. No, let's not say that again. Heather, don't say that again. Say, you know what? It's just as easy to get caught up in the 4D. For me, especially, I get caught up in the 4D all the time, because that's where all the good stuff is, right? And then we just observe our 3D and observe things coming through and observing really nice moments, just really nice moments of things happening. So anyway, so today, keep focusing on your dreams and don't share them with people who will tell you reality crap that will be like, oh, there's not enough money. Oh, there's not whatever. And it's like, no, it's all here for you. Every dream that you have. So my favorite thing ever, I swear, is the whole statement of, if I can think it, then it's true. If I can imagine it, then it is a reality that I can have. And that it has to be one of the greatest things I ever learned, is that, because anything that I'm thinking about in a good way, right? So the scary stuff kind of gets scary and I really get off that stuff. But the good stuff, I'm like, oh, that's so awesome. It gives me so much peace. If I can think about it, then it's a reality that I can hook up with. And it just makes me so happy. So that's it for today, guys. I wanted to try to keep it as short and sweet as possible, because I have some fun to do tonight and I was on a really tight schedule today. So have an amazing Friday. What we say around here in my house is Happy Friday. My husband always said that to me before we started dating. It's very cute. So happy Friday to you guys. And I will talk to you again next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.